What is going on, guys? It is February 4th, 2026. Not only am I going to be doing today's charting session for the Discord, I am also going to be making a YouTube video on the cleanest day of price action that we've had so far in 2026. Now, I want to go over exactly today and everything that I saw. And yes, so coming into the morning, I will start by going over the RIMS bias, which I agreed with. Good morning, SPS team. Today I'm bearish. Dumped yesterday. Clean draw on liquidity below us. Previous day below us. Ran through London low, showing bearish market structure. Inverted this 4 hour yesterday. Bearish order flow. See scenarios. So he talks about the bullish. But yes, bearish bias. Now, going back into the chart, we had our previous day below us, and we had accumulated in London and Asia, and we also had a SMT at this high right here. Give me 1 second. At this high right here. So we had a high time frame SMT. Pre-market swept London on ES. Okay, hold on, I have to mute this kid. I actually don't know how. Whatever. But yeah, so we'll do this every day? Yes, I do this every day, every charting session at 5 p.m. every day. Okay, so like I said, coming to this morning, we had a bearish bias. Even though we had some low resistance liquidity at the top, I wanted to just see what market open did. So we had clear bearish order flow at market open, edging previous day low, having a retracement back up. If we go to the 30 second, you can see that we had one more. Give me 1 second. We had a little bit of accumulation. We swept this high up here. So we had our turtle soup of the 930 high. We made an SMT with this high. And we had our first trade opportunity present itself with this 30-second IFEG. Inverse it with, hold on. Good displacement right here. Stop loss at the high, targeting previous day low. All right, so even if your goal was a 1-to-1, you got a 1-to-1 with this internal low. Your 31 points, this would be like kind of the Tradeify setup. Otherwise, you could have held to previous day low. I know it was a bit scary, but we ended up delivering previous day low. So that was the first good trade opportunity that presented itself. The problem with this trade was that Tradeovate was still logged out at the time of this trade. So we could not take this, which was very unfortunate. Setup looked really good. We even had a continuation out of this. All right, so tap into equilibrium of this range. Another 30-second inversion lower. So just added confirmation. All right. Previous day low, good target. Now what? The unfortunate part was that, okay, previous day low is taken. There's no London low. There's no Asia low. What do we target next? Maybe we could get a continuation of bearish order flow. What I ended up seeing was that at 10 a.m. during this data release, we had a wickless 10 a.m. candle, which is our devil's mark. That is what a wickless 10 a.m. candle is called. And this is a very, very strong low time frame draw on liquidity. We do not have this happen often. So ideally, I would like to take part in getting a trade towards it. Right. So I was saying, okay, I'll literally take like the first 1 minute, the first 30-second towards this. And let's see. So we had this SMT with this low, Tuesday's low, previous day low. I had an SMT. We had this 1 minute form inversing it perfectly on this next candle. On one account, I market ordered, and then the other account, I had a limit at the fair value gap. So just overall the same pretty much risk. And then I was targeting OTE of this range. I wish you could flip this. Get there. Targeting OTE of this range. And also like 85 points. It was just about that. Normally I don't target 85 points, but this was on an eval. So I was trying to quickly pass it. So one account I was in there. The other account I was in low-key like right here at the limit. Got filled on that candle. And then it just immediately started displacing higher, taking out this devil's mark. Move my stop loss to break even. Flipped again, closing above the devil's mark, making like a 15-second CISD, and it hit TP on the next candle. So that was the trade that we took in premium. Now I want to go over the trades that I took on the TikTok live. We can skip ahead a bit. I went live at around 11-ish. So let's see. Yeah. And where was this 5 minute? Yeah, I know we had an unfilled 5 minute right here. Let's see. Okay, it was the 30-second. No, not yet. Where was this unfilled 5? I guess it was like 11:50. Yeah. Forgot we displaced a bit lower. So in the TikTok live, I wanted to see us rebalance some of this range. We had an unfilled 5 minute right here. And then let me see, was it a 1 minute? Yes, it was. Right there. Inversing this fair value gap very clean. You guys can ask whatever questions. I'm going to answer them as soon as I'm done the trade recaps. So for this one, I just wanted a clean little one-to-one. Going break even once we hit this 5 minute. Up there. Then hit next candle. Didn't even have a chance to go break even. So yeah, that was that one. Just a nice little one-to-one mech model. And then let's see. So after we tapped into equilibrium of this range, we had a beautiful BPR form. Where is this? On the 30-second. So that was, let's see, give me 1 second. Am I tripping? Yes, I am tripping. Right here. So we had this BPR right here. Then we also had our inversion. And we had our high time frame sell side liquidity all the way from December 17th, which got edged right here. We had this really displacing candle. Target that sell side. And it took a little bit, but then all of a sudden we just had a Drake candle lower to this. So literally trades presenting themselves all day. I did not look at PM session. That is what I'll ask you guys, but let me go back and answer these questions now. Yes, I do this every day at 5 p.m. Cleanest PA, yet trade debate was down. Well, yeah, trade debate was down until like 9:55. Aren't conditions before the trade too choppy, or would you say they're fine? Not too choppy, but if you have confidence in the draw and liquidity and you have good confirmation and other things to help tell you where you think the market's going to go, then it doesn't matter. Yes, 30-second data is crazy. Will you trade lunch? Do you typically trade lunch? Not really. Sometimes. Mainly just for TikTok Live, though. PM session called 1 hour OT long. Okay. I took a 3-minute IFEG long at 2 p.m. That got break even and it ran hella. Question, did I go break even at the right higher? Should I wait for the higher 3-minute internal high to get hit since we didn't have an SMT at the first 3-minute high? Let's see. So would you say 2 p.m. 3-minute? Good close on the inversion. Not too much of a wick. Stop loss is a little fucked. I see. What would you have tried to target this internal low? I guess it's still not that late, but I don't know. Wait, what 3-minute? Where is this not the 3-minute that you were talking about? 3-minute, 3-minute up. He took a long. Oh, okay. So right here. What were the other confluences besides just high time frame SMT, 5-minute gap? Okay. Yeah, I mean, you just went break even too early. In this case, the internal high isn't right here. The internal high is right here. And you also could have just copped a re-entry off the 1-minute right here, right? So if you didn't feel like waiting for the highest time frame inversion, so you get a pullback into this 3-minute, and then right here, and then where's the lunch high for PM? I wonder if this even played out. Hello? Yes, you can send them up. Thank you. Oh, yeah. And then this fucking delivered right to them. PM highs. Just another classic example of great price action today. Target for PM is usually going to be lunch highs. But yes, those lunch highs were also a hourly fair value gap too. So, damn, another clean setup. I got break even on this joint. Yeah, I mean, at this point, conditions were like pretty choppy. It just depends on what your bias was. Trendline liquidity in New York is a little bit different than trendline liquidity like pre-market, London, or Asia, just because it doesn't necessarily always have to get swept. Like I know that you see like, oh, trendline liquidity right here. We should probably be targeting an inversion lower. Just remember that we already had a 576 point range. You're not likely going to have another huge dump unless it's news related. So you'd rather target like the lunch high in this scenario. And that unfilled hourly. Discretion, yes. And then what was this fucking doohickey right here? Oh, 4 p.m. How can you be so sure on the launch highs? Weren't they protected, or did we inverse the condition? Was there internal structure? There was good internal structure, and the launch highs was also in a hourly unfilled fair value gap. But should you risk on the eval trade you took? I risked the whole account. I get evals for free, bro. I don't need to be like super precautious about what I'm doing with my evals. How much should we risk? It depends. I mean, if you're no, it's fine. I'll tell you whether or not the trades I take are going to be on a funded or an eval. My eval plays are usually a bit looser condition wise. Fundeds are usually try and keep it A to A plus, 1 to 1 ish. But the eval plays will be like 1 to 3s, 1 to 4s. Whatever the take profit is, I try and keep it at 3,000. But yeah, Kansas, that's a good thing to risk by, especially while you're starting out here. I'm in drawdown, so I risk half at the moment. Got you. Yeah. Um, I don't have much else. Do you guys have any final questions? I'm gonna be posting this as a YouTube video, so this will be a free charting session basically. YouTube name is the same as the Discord. YouTube is just stock paper scissors. if NQ manipulates but MNQ doesn't, does it still count as manipulation? That is a 1 in a million chance. If NQ manipulates, MNQ most likely will also manipulate, being as that they're the same asset technically. Would you say that it's okay that we haven't taken many funded trades recently? Matter of fact, from October since. I mean, Blissful, it's just more so being on the safe side. You rather preserve capital. I understand that you're nervous, but you're in this for the long run. You're not going to be quitting tomorrow. So trading not much versus trading a lot, it's just how the game goes. Sometimes you trade a lot, sometimes you trade a little. And the first 2 weeks of January, I took probably like 13 funded trades, and I won like 11 of them. So it's just condition, discretion, knowing market structure, all that. But yeah, are you guys all good? I'm gonna eat. It's the first thing I ate today. I ate some fucking chips. But Ethan, if you want to look at that, it'll be in the sauce tab under education. But yeah, I'm gonna head off, end the recording here. Appreciate you guys all for joining. Also, if you guys want to join the Discord, the link is going to be in my bio. The description, actually, sorry, not bio. Not used to YouTube. But yes, I will catch you guys all in the next video. I'll catch you guys all in the Discord.